This is my collection of over 1,000 alcohol markers with an incredibly large range of colors. But today, we won't be using any of them. What's going on YouTube? My name is ADC Art Attack and welcome back to another video where we are yet again attempting the one color challenge, only this time without color. I don't like it. We can't do the video like that. Now previously we have done challenges for red, blue, green, purple and yellow, but we're running out of colors before we get to the big one. Using every single one of these in one video. Anyway, I made a poll here on YouTube asking you which color you would like to see, gray or pink, and surprisingly, gray won, though it was pretty close. Here's a fun fact before I get the markers out. The color gray is one of my favorites to work with. It's my go-to for shading, and for anyone on a budget, it is absolutely the second set you should be purchasing after your primary colors. I intend to make a video on this later, but for now just take my word for it. Gray is one of the best cheat codes when it comes to shading. Anyways, let's get them out. This isn't okay. This isn't okay. Guys, this is way too many. This is way too... What? I can't do this. Now, there are a few shades here that may be a little bit debatable. Some of these grays are actually color variants, like these two. This right here is green gray. Now, again, it's gray. It's green gray, but it's gray, so it's in. And this one is yellow gray. So it's gray, so it's in. And then we have brown gray. And then we have all of these blue grays. This is blue gray, one of my favorite grays actually, but blue, I don't even know what these two are supposed to be. And then we have this chaotic mess right here. Now this is a mixture, I'm not even gonna try to pick this up. This is a mixture of cool gray, warm gray, and neutral gray. Where did all of this come from? This is easily the biggest collection of one color we have ever used. This is going to be... Whoa. So what lucky piece of artwork are we going to be coloring in today? This. This right here may be the greatest book. You know what? No, we're not going to sugarcoat this. This is the greatest book ever made. Now in the future, I am going to do a review on this book by itself. But for now, check out the stuff that is contained within this. It is... This is amazing. This book is basically a sort of activity book, I guess, but it's also a coloring book at the same time. So there's illustrations in here that just look phenomenal. I love the art style. There are seriously some amazing pieces of art in here with just, look at that. I mean, it wants you to create a hammer for Thor. And then you've got Spider-Man doing something here, earning that paycheck. Oh. Look at it, it's even got the diner scene. It's amazing. Like, this is so cool. You can fill up their plates, you can color it in. Nothing here. Lazy. Honestly, this is an amazing book, and there's actually one page in here I want to show you. So yeah, this is a great example of a page that encourages you to finish it. So every page is like this one here is asking you to create some tattoos for Drax. But right here we've got Loki in an incredible illustration once again, and you can just do something on the canvas and it's awesome and I love it, and this book is the best. It's the greatest book to ever book. I love it. Illustrations by, so we've got to credit the artist, and it's illustrations by Thomas Matalvo Lagos. I'm so sorry if I'm saying the name incorrect, but this is amazing. Oh yeah, so what am I actually coloring today? So everyone knows that I love Marvel. It's kind of my thing. So I went through all of my Marvel coloring books, and within them, I only found one image of the Scarlet Witch. I want to color her in. So, seeing as there weren't any images, I'm gonna do this picture of the Hulk. Just wait and see what I do here, okay? Just wait. Now I have a system when I attempt this challenge. I arrange all of the markers to one side in the order of lightest to darkest. Usually that's easier said than done, but this time the colors have codes. Doing this makes choosing my tones a lot quicker, and also allows me to separate those colored variants from these standard grays. But with such a large number of markers, I am already starting to feel overwhelmed going into this, and mentally, yeah, this isn't really that comforting. So what I've done is set myself up a music playlist of punk rock and metal. This is to distract me and allow me to free up my mind during the creative process. If there is one single piece of advice I can give you as an artist, it is to make a playlist of your favorite songs and just listen to them while you work. So, for today, we are doing something very different to my previous episodes. Usually I forbid the use of pencils and add to the image using only the markers. This time, however, we have an activity book. We are also using grey. Pencil is grey, so I think it's okay to break the mold. And yes, as I said before, I wanted to color the Scarlet Witch, so today I'm drawing a second character on this page, something we haven't done in this series before. I'm also using a black ink because I want to. You know, I bet when you saw me adding the Scarlet Witch, you thought this was gonna be a seriously awesome piece of artwork, right? The intensity in her eyes, the Hulk holding a comb. Yeah, no, this is just a hair salon. The prompt did ask me to give Hulk a new hairstyle, so that's what he's getting. A shampoo and cut. Now this challenge is somewhat different to our previous entries. While we are using grey, we have a variety of color variants, so today I have to factor that in. Having different colors to work with will make separating the characters and objects a lot easier, but I'm still going to need to pay attention to those values, lights and darks. So fortunately, I have green-gray. Naturally, that'll be focused on the Hulk. As for the others, we will get to them as we need them. And as I work through the Hulk, the green-gray is a lot less green than I expected, and I am so happy about that. I didn't want this to become a literal colored piece, so I'm very much having to focus on working with those tones. This is exactly what I wanted. Because when I worked on the previous color challenges, it wasn't always easy or apparent just what goes into a task like this. It's not as easy as just picking your color and working with it. You really have to focus on those tones and those values to make an effective piece of artwork. Separating your background from your foreground is very, very difficult, and today's challenge involves two characters, so I need to find a way of separating them, and yeah, grey is gonna be a great example of how we do that. So now that I've finished up with the greys, I'm moving on to the blues, and yeah, these are fairly blue. Now this may just be a color theory thing with the dullness of the other grey next to it. This may appear more blue. We should keep that in mind, but yeah, kind of blue. For Wonder, I have my brown and warm greys. Possibly my favorite variants of grey. They are so versatile and useful in everything I do. I am most familiar with the shade, so working with this is definitely a treat and something I feel most comfortable with. And with that in mind, as I move on to the hair, I'm giving it a little bit more of a special treatment. Given the theme of this piece, I want to reflect the difference between the hairstylist of Wonder and the client Hulk. Hulk's hair was very dark and bland and not very exciting. Wonder's, however, gets a nice sheen to it, a nice shine. I think it looks pretty. I've really got to start burning through some of these greys, so I'm using a different style on the gloves. It's actually really great to switch styles for varying textures anyway. It prevents your art, especially when using one color, from looking too flat. So this style I'm doing on the gloves is meant to reflect a leathery type fabric with a little more shine to it than the other areas. I do, however, regret using blue on her face. It makes her look really sinister, I guess, but yeah, I don't think it fits too well. Anyway, there we have it, everyone. The piece is done. Now, this was a very, very different one to my others, and it looks different. I actually think that this is one of my best entries in this series, with one of the most unique takes on the artwork. Yeah, there was some liberties taken here with the colored variants, and I am a little bit upset about how blue, the blue-gray is appearing, because it does seem a little bit cheeky to use it. But that being said, the additions that we made here were I mean, if we look back at what we were presented with at the start to where we got, it's, I don't think... I've honestly even surprised myself here. This was totally out of left field. I am really surprised with what I've done. I didn't see this happening when I started, but hey, that's just me. I can't finish this voiceover. What do you think? Do you like it? Let me know. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? If you did enjoy today's video and you liked this piece of artwork, then please do leave a like rating on the video and a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this piece. Yeah, not bad. And if you've still got time, there is my only using yellow. This was the most difficult entry into the series, so yeah, enjoy seeing me punish myself. That was difficult. This one wasn't. This one was hard to, oh gosh. What's next?